Welcome to Mimi's Home and Garden. Today I am doing a prepping for canning video. And this is all about the things that if you're a new canner, all the things that you will need to go ahead and get started collecting and buying so that you'll be ready for the canning season come June, July, and August. So here are some of the things that I've canned in the past. I've water bathed and pressure canned. So I've done pickles, stew beef with carrots and meat, onions, it's delicious. Stew beef meat, I buy that in bulk at Costco, and then I pressure can it in smaller size jars. These make great meals. I've got chicken here that I've done. I've bought a lot of chicken breasts in the last year, cut it up and pressure canned it, and this is perfect for casseroles, chicken and rice, soup, chicken salad. Lots you can do with pressure canned chicken. I have a video on how to do sausages, pressure can those. It's very easy. I also every summer pressure can green beans, and I do this size because it's just myself and my husband. And I do corn, butter beans, and black-eyed peas. And I always water bath can tomatoes. That's my favorite thing because I use these in soups, spaghetti sauces. Just so many uses for this. And then this spring, just a week ago, I did strawberry jam, and I'm going to be making a lot more jam. I'm going to do peach, blueberry. I've got a list of jams that I really want to try to make, and I'm also going to be doing corn cob syrup. That's new for me, and I'm real excited about that. But I would highly recommend you get the Blue Ball book of preserving. Go through there and kind of circle or mark. I have little tabs. Mark which recipes you want to make, because you may need to go ahead and start picking up your spices. Like for the pickles, you need mustard seed. So these sell out quick, so go ahead and look through the book, write down the list of the spices that you're going to need for your canning. So let's go on and I'll show you the rest of the things that you need to start buying right now so that you'll be ready for the 2022 garden season when it starts coming in and you can get busy canning. So the first thing I would invest in is a really good canning book, and this Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving is at the top of my list. It is packed full of recipes and ideas and ways to not only can but freeze and dehydrate. So these can be bought online or at bookstores, but that's my #1 pick, is that Complete Book of Home Preserving. Then these you can pick up. It's a paperback Blue Book of Preserving, and you pick that up at Walmart or wherever they sell canning supplies. And it too is packed full of recipes for jams and jellies and pickled foods, soups. There's my sweet pickle relish recipe. I write in there when I've made these things and if they're good or not. And I star the ones I want to try. But it's just really got really good recipes in here. And it also goes into freezing, how to freeze vegetables and fruits. So I recommend getting both of these books. And I also, on my Pinterest page, I have canning projects where I go in and I pin all kinds of canning recipes. You can see the watermelon jelly and just everything that I'm not seeing in my book, I will go and pin. So I'll leave a link to that Pinterest board so you can go in and join and be a part of the things that I find. Now here are some of the things you need to go ahead now to the store and start stocking up on because they get gone fast. We use lemon juice in canning, especially when you can tomatoes. I use apple cider vinegar, and I also use distilled vinegar. And during COVID, vinegars were hard to come by. Now I always use canning salt. I buy it in bulk and I store it in that jar. You cannot use regular table salt. You need to buy the box that says canning salt. And a lot of recipes call for sugar, especially your pickles and your jam. So you need to stock up on sugar and Jell. Jell can be hard to find during this time of the year, so go ahead now to the store and stock up on these things and get your pantry ready. Okay, another thing you want to stock up on right now in the spring is canning jars. They can get hard to find, but right now some of the big chains like Walmart, Tractor Supply, hardware stores, grocery stores, they're starting to get some in. So my sister is wanting to learn how to pressure can this summer, so she's been buying jars and bringing them over here, and my dad picked up some, and I have a good stash in a closet. But the kind of jars you want depends on what you're going to can. I like to use the regular mouth quart when I can tomatoes. That just works best for me. But you're going to need, if you want to just start off with jams and jellies, get the little half pint jars, because these work great for jelly. And if you get a bigger jar for jelly, the jelly tends to go bad after you open it. So I always prefer the little jelly jars. So I've got some of those. We'll get some more of these. Also get, these are pint jars. You can get these in regular mouth or the wide mouth. I like the wide mouth pint when I put up meat, because it's just my husband and I. 1 pint of chicken or beef stew or ham is perfect. And I like the wide mouth jars. Now these are perfect if you're going to put up corn. It's just 2 of you. Now if you've got a big family, you go with the quart. But if it's just the 2 of them and you don't want to waste a lot, these is perfect for butter beans, black-eyed peas, corn. So make sure you pick up a batch of the pint. Now, not only do you need to start snatching up the jars, you need to get lids. And I've been collecting these since about 2019, so I've got a really good stash of the wide mouth lids, ball lids, and the regular mouth. So all through the year, every time I go to the grocery store, I go through the canning section, and if they only may have 1 or 2, I always try to pick up at least 2. And so that's how I've been able to get a nice stash. Now, if you can't find these, but they have these, go ahead and buy them, because this is the ring and the lid. And there for a while we couldn't find those, so I pick up these. Either way, and I always like to find the ball cannon lids in rings. Now Walmart sells a brand called Mainstays. I don't use these for pressure canning. I've never used them before, so I'm a little leery of that. But I will use this for dry stuff like sugar and flour and popcorn, whatever. I will use these, so you might can pick those up. Instead of using your good lids, you could use this for dry stuff. So start looking in the stores now and get your canning jars if you're really excited about canning. Alright, now here's the equipment that you need for canning. We'll start with the basic canning kit. This is the jar lifter, because the jars do get hot, so you've got to have one of these. You need a funnel, and you can buy all of this in a kit near the canning supply stuff. This is, you put your rings and lids in hot water, and you use this magnetized stick to get your lids out of the hot water without touching them. And then I love this for a debubbler in the jar. So like I said, you can pick up a kit, a canning kit online or at Walmart. This is a water bath canner right here. This is for water bathing jams, pickles, tomatoes, but you've got to have that rack in it. And again, you can buy these at the grocery store during canning season or Walmart. But you need the rack, because you never set a jar in the bottom of a pot without the rack. So this is how I also keep my jars hot and sterilized when I'm pressure canning. I use this. And so the next thing is I have a Presto pressure canner. It has a little tray in the bottom. This is what I use for all my pressure canning, which would be vegetables, meat, like spaghetti sauce. I did order a new ring this year. I've had this one for about 4 years, so I've got a new ring. It's a good idea to always have one of these on hand. And always check your vent. Hold it up to the light and make sure you can see through it. But pressure canning is not hard to do, but you got to do it right. So I love the Presto version. And before every canning season, I sit down and read through the directions again to familiarize myself on the Presto canner cooker. And that's a good thing to do. Always remember. Now, I have a glass top stove. And the first time I used my pressure canner on it, it blew out the element. It cost me $200 to get that fixed. So I purchased online this, let's see where I can get it where you can see it. This Cadco hot plate, which is for pressure canning. So I use this. It does not get the surface hot down here. Works great. And I put my canner up here. I'm able to adjust the temperature. And I love this. I got this off of Amazon. I will leave a link below where you can get this if you have a glass top stove. Some people don't have any problem canning on it, but that cost me $200 to get that fixed, so I will not be doing that again. But, so this is the basic equipment that you need. If you don't have it, I would suggest you go ahead and order it now or go buy it now because they will sell out quick. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I've been able to help you get started on your canning adventure. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments below. I'd be glad to try to answer those for any newbies. If you are an old-time canner and been doing it for years and I may have left something out or you've got some helpful tips, please leave that in the comment section below as well. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you would please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I want to thank everyone who has subscribed recently. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my family. So glad you're here. And then I will leave a link to the playlist below, and I'll also leave a detailed list of everything that I've talked about that you need to get started with in the description box. So you can go there and look for that. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a very blessed day.